Alright, here is the R18 again. And I'm not actually sure, pardon me, winter cough, when the videos are going to be coming out exactly, because I scheduled them. So through the magic of the internet, I'm not certain how long it will be between the schedule of the one with the news that the ignition didn't work and trying the two just replacement chips that I had to hand wire like this that basically immediately burned out. But when I contacted the original engine DIY that I bought this from, they did send this out right away. This replacement harness came in 2 weeks, which is good time shipping from China to the US. So I'm gonna stick this harness in and put batteries in it, and I think I'm gonna just spin it a bit inside here to test it a bunch, because you'll remember the issue I kept having is that I'd put it together in the house with the replacement just generic Hall sensors off. I think I got them from Amazon. They said there were substitutions. I would put it together with the generic Hall sensor, and it would work in the house here at the counter, but then for a little while, and then I would get it out to the garage and the ignition would stop working pretty quickly, and then the chip would be burnt out. So, and I guess I'm just going to cut this harness because I've already bunged it together a bunch. If I need to, yeah, see, that's the old harness and all the bunging together I did with that to get these chips wired on there. And if I need it again, I will just continue to bodge it. So, stick the sensor up through that hole and get it that's what I need to do. I need to check which side is up on this. So let's get our harness plugged in and throw some batteries in it. Alright, harness in, batteries in. Plug grounded. There it is. Okay. There it is. Okay. Turn the ignition on. Okay. So, the wide flat is going up on this engine. I think that probably at the factory what they do is they just stick the magnet on the flywheel and they just flip the sensor over to make sure it's facing the way that matches the magnet. So curl that around. Stick it in the holder. Make sure it's in this holder under here as tight as it goes. And now tuck all this away. Let's pop this battery out and put the screw back in the holder, and then proceed to get all of the wires tucked away under there. Alright, well, I'm going to put all this together, and I'm going to test it a bunch before I go out in the garage to try it out, because if my suspicions are correct, it'll be a minute or two of operation before, if this unit is bad, it burns that chip out again. So I'm going to do that in the house without trying to fill it with fuel, and just come back with an update. If it works, we'll try starting it, and if it doesn't, I will have to talk to them about getting a replacement ignition module. Alright, well, this new harness is still sparking after I did a whole lot of spinning it like I demonstrated, where I just spun it up with the drill starter, and since the plug is out, there's no compression, and it just spins freely, and I would spin it for a while and then let it coast so I could hear that it was still sparking. That is very promising, so I guess I will take this out and fill it with fuel and try it out again and see if we can get it to run for an extended period again. So clearly the replacement Hall sensors I grabbed were a variation that is not suited for this application, because there's a lot of, discrete electronics where they all come in the same package and have the same pinout, but if you don't get the right exact one for your application, they'll burn out too quick or something. So I must have gotten some lower cost, lower tolerance ones, and they might actually be using a higher grade version for this just to make it work properly. So anyhow, hopefully the next time we see this, it will be running for a nice long go.